Hey guys, happy Candle Day 2023. So yes, here is my haul. So let's see what happened. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wake up when I wake up, and if I happen to wake up like before the 5 a.m. opening, I will get ready. And of course, my body naturally woke up at like 3:30 to get ready for like 4:20, and then I left and got to the place around 4:30. And there, I would say maybe about 25 people were in line ahead of me, and then I would say another like 30 to 40 people were behind me. So it was like pretty comparable to all the other years in terms of the line and the crowds. And then they of course opened at 5 a.m. and it was just an absolute madhouse in there, like it is every year. That store is like always laid out in a way where the aisles where you would wait in line for are the same aisles that you shop for the candles for. So it gets super crowded and super congested like right away. And it's just really hard to navigate, and you can only like fit only one person through all like the little aisles and corridors of the store. So you're like always bumping into people, and you can't really like leisurely smell anything, and you have to like just really like wait for people to like move to unlock out of a section. So it was the same way this year. But what happens is, like, if you encounter a store like that, I think you can wait until, like, 6:30 to 7, like, let's say if they open at 5 a.m., like, an hour to 2 hours later, then nobody else is coming in anymore, and there's, like, no line, and then it's just the line to check out at that point. So you just would have to wait for the checkout line to clear, and then the store's, like, totally fine and low-key. So if you don't want to wait for the crowds, you can go like 2 hours after opening, it's totally fine. But I think there's also some stores out there that didn't really have a crazy line either, so obviously your mileage will vary. I would say it wasn't super worth waking up early for, because the only reason I really woke up was, well, A, if I naturally woke up, but I did because, hello, I love candles. But B, if they had any like old candles boxed up that they would like past season ones that they would bring out, they didn't do any of that. There was no past season candles except for just like the same fall, like the limited fall collection that they had just a few days later. So I didn't see any boxed up candles. I was a little bit bummed about that, but I got everything that I wanted off my list. I made sure to buy 11 candles so I had my mom and my dad both got 10 off 40 coupons that they were kind enough to let me use. So I did 3 transactions where I did four in a pocket back, 4 in a pocket back, and did 10 off 40 on both of those. And then because my store was open before the 5:59 a.m. cutoff time for the 10 off 30 app coupon, I was able to use that for a third transaction. I did 3 candles in a pocket back there, and got them for like the lowest price that I could, outside of like if you just did a mass 20% off or 25% off or whatever it is. So it was a pretty good deal, and it was even kind of like hard to even get to 11 candles because like, I mean, there's like stuff to buy, but like I really don't need too much of it. So I just did the 11, and I think I got one for my mom. So I guess that would be 10 for this haul. And without further ado, I guess I'll get into it. Is there anything else I need to talk about? Oh, online selections, totally boring. It's the same as it is in store. Sometimes they'll do like an online exclusive collection for Candle Day. I waited in line for the virtual queue for like, I think it was like 15 minutes. Like right around when they open the site up at 6 a.m. No online exclusive for Candle Day. I think the only like rando things are like old packaging cinnamon sugar pecans and a random like strawberry pound cake packaging as well. That's online only. But no like old candles either, except for like maybe a Paris Cafe from last year's Candle Day packaging. But the new Paris Cafe also exists in store this year, so there was really nothing worth doing an online order for, unless you just didn't want to go into the store. But yeah, so it's like I think you're fine like with one or the other. So that was actually like good for me, because then I don't have to put in another order for like online exclusives or something that would pop up. So yes, I think that's all the rambling. You get the totes this year. They're free. Like back in the day, they used to like charge you $2 for it. It looks like this. Cute. I like the red gingham on it, and the annual Candle Day part makes it look more like an advertisement rather than like a stylish tote, if a candle tote could be stylish. But like the past year ones would just like say BBW on it, whereas the annual Candle Day makes it seem a little bit more marketing, advertising driven, which is a little less like, you know, subtle, but it's free, so I'll take it. So yeah, let me go right into it. So they had everything in abundance. For whatever reason, they had boxes of top shelf elf, like the shipment boxes off to the side, but they weren't stocked on the table. So I had to ask for them to bust open a top shelf elf box to get one of those candles. But they had plenty of Cosmopolitan and the Candy Cane Colada stuff, plenty of Caramel Drizzle and the whole Candy Emporium collection, plenty of like this stuff as well. They weren't really like low on stock on anything. So there wasn't really anything that you had to like fight to get. So at least that was good. So yeah. The one that I was most excited for, because I went to the store 2 days ago when they had already done the floor set for all the Candle Day candles, so I sniffed them out leisurely when it wasn't busy to see what I wanted. And the one I was most excited for was the Perfect Winter from the Four Seasons collection, because all the other ones are repeats. So we have Suntan as the Perfect Summer, the Perfect Spring, which is like a sort of grassy fragrance with a little bit of like an apple in it. That was a little bit more grassy than fruity than I had remembered, but it did smell just like the old one. And then Perfect Autumn, which is always the same. So the last one that was remaining was the Perfect Winter, and I was like, I hope this isn't just boring ass plain winter, and it is not. Winter Pine Needles, Frosted Eucalyptus, and Icy Peppermint. I love this. I actually got 3 of these. I got one for my mom, and then 2 for myself, just in case it's like one of those fragrances that never come back again. And I really like the pine tree type of fragrances, and especially when they like have peppermint in them. So I was stoked about that. But yes, so I was like, I wonder what this is, and I think it is new, but it is very similar to a previous fragrance. So yeah, you get the peppermint in there first and foremost. Wow, it's very icy and cool, and like it really hits your like nostrils or sinuses. Very like sinus clearing type of mintiness. I would say almost even like kind of toothpastey. But then you get like a sort of sweet, you know, pine Christmas tree type of fragrance underneath, for sure. And there's enough sweetness both in the peppermint and like the pine needle fragrance that it doesn't smell too like medicinal. There's enough like a sweet, pleasant like tree action to it that it smells truly like it actually does capture the perfect winter. So I'm glad they actually finally went with something that actually like matched the name and the mood. In the sense that the icy coolness really does capture the cool briskness of winter mixed with like, you know, pine trees or Christmas trees. So I really enjoy it. So of course, all the other comparisons is a Snow Day. I would have loved it for it to be Snow Day, but it is not this. This is spruce branches, peppermint, and sweet vanilla. Yeah, this smells really whack now because it's so old and used, but this was, if I remember correctly, more like the exact twisted peppermint, which this isn't quite that, with fresh balsam, and this is not really that. I would love a twisted peppermint and fresh balsam blend or mashup, but they just don't give it to us. But it is not Snow Day. Of course, we have winter mint and spruce. I love this one. I bought many of these when it first came out. This is sugared spruce, crisp winter mint, and green pine. Similar, but not this. This one is heavier on like a spruce note. The tree note is a little bit different. It's like this one almost has like that sort of like shaving cream Irish Spring type of sort of like sweet pine action to it. Whereas this one's more like a crisp, almost like a plasticky spruce. And the mint is slightly different as well, but still very similar fragrances that I think if you enjoy winter mint and spruce, you'll probably enjoy the perfect winter as well. So similar, more similar than Snow Day and the new one. We also have Fresh Winter Air, and that's what that is. This is an online exclusive, I believe, this year, and it had the glass lids on it. We have Zesty Citrus, Fresh Peppermint, and Cold Evergreen. This is really not, I don't really consider this a tree or a pine fragrance. It doesn't have the usual sweet, sappy, like pine needle, Christmas tree, fresh balsam fragrance to it whatsoever. This is more like a eucalyptus rain plus peppermint and a slight tree note to it, but it's more heavy on that like just usual like eucalyptus type of like that eucalyptus spearmint type of like aromatherapy blend mixed with like an aquaticness from like eucalyptus rain, and then a slight mintiness from that. Wasn't there like a frosty air fragrance or something like that once before? It was kind of like all of those. It's a little bit more like cologne and not so natural sweet pine Christmas tree. So it's not at all like this in my opinion. And then finally, it leaves this one, which is the most similar to, is Frosted Alpine right here from that like Nordic collection that it tested in Atlanta, I think. It had the full like lineup of a lot of fragrances, but then a few of them went like a select amount went online as an online exclusive like test collection for whatever reason, and I love the tree fragrances, so I snatched those up. And when I saw Frosted Alpine, I thought maybe it would be Snow Day, but it wasn't. But this is Frosted Pine, Peppermint Stick, and Vanilla Sweet Cream. And yeah, it is quite similar to that, but not exactly the same. Yeah, I think this has spearmint in it, and that's what's making it a little bit more toothpastey. And I think it's spearmint and peppermint, and that's why it's so minty. But it's a similar tree fragrance. This also has a slight, almost like an Irish Spring type of shaving cream type of like tree note to it. Yeah, it's similar. It's the most similar to this. Like, there's very much sibling fragrances, but this one I would say is stronger on the tree, and then the mint's still in there. But this one is stronger on the mint, and the tree comes afterwards, and there's an added extra like spearmint that gives it that really frosty, cool air feel to it. So this one's mintier than Frosted Alpine, but these are probably the most similar, but I don't think they're exactly the same. So I do think it's actually new, but of course I want to do the exhaustive comparison of all the candles. But I enjoy it. There's a slight reminiscence because there's like that sort of spearmint and peppermint blend to it, to the peaceful tea tree and peppermint that we've had before. But it's not this. This doesn't have any like sweetness to it because there's really no like, you know, tree sap note to it, and there's really no like sweet vanilla in the peppermint either. And the tea tree is so immensely green and herbal that it's not this, but a vague reminiscence to the sort of like pepperminty, like toothpaste action that you get from Peaceful. So yeah, and I think that's kind of exhausted the perfect winter, but it was the most interesting and my most favorite that I just really wanted to give it some FaceTime. So we have the perfect winner right there. Moving on, we have the White Elephant collection. All three were indeed out. I did not get Cosmopolitan because it just smelled like black cherry seltzer. I think the notes are even the same, and I don't really need that candle, so I didn't buy that one. But I did get Top Shelf Elf right here, and that's what that looks like. This is not at all the like Tipsy Elf or the Butterrum Eggnog. It's not anything like that. It's like just super fruity. I think there's notes online, so let me go grab my phone. So on the bottom is printed the useless like frou-frou description of billions of toys in just 1 year. Yes, sometimes even elves need a little boost of energy. Okay, and then so the notes on this read, energized orange and muddled raspberries with a cherry on top. So orange, raspberry, and cherry. Whoa, this is just super fruity. Oh my god, it smells like candy. Oh my god, I need some time with this one. But it kind of smells... It's like one of those like Pink Fairy Gumdrop and Unicorn Sprinkles and... What was it? Candy Hearts. And isn't there another one? Oh my god, I thought there's another one of those. What is it? Enchanted Candy Potion? Oh god, it's one of those, but it's like the most tropical and fruity of them. It honestly comes off smelling like pineapple juice. Yeah. It's like a... It almost smells like pineapple cream puff as well, even though the pineapple is not a note on here. Yeah, this smells like pineapple to me. Pineapple and like a cherry, orange, like almost like a Laffy Taffy type of fragrance. Is this something we've had before? I don't know, because like these are my least favorite type of fragrances, but I still picked it up. Yeah, super fruity. It could be like some kind of like pineapple cocktail drink. It could be like candy. It could be like a bag of Laffy Taffies with like a pineapple and a cherry and an orange flavor all mixed in there. Okay, total one and done. Yeah, okay, just immensely fruity. I guess all three are just very fruity, which are my least favorite candles from BBW. So, but cute packaging and lid. So there was Top Shelf Elf. And then we have Candy Cane Colada right here. I love these sort of like, tropical Santa motif we have going on there. Melikilikimaka. Santa is out of office, taking a much needed vacation from the North Pole. Okay, what are the notes on this? Peppermint schnapps, creamy coconut milk, and sweet pineapple juice garnished with a candy cane. So peppermint, candy cane, coconut milk, and pineapple. I don't know. Yeah, it's like a pina colada. It's a peppermint pina colada, which, who asked for that? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, but it's, yeah, they both kind of smell pineapple-y. But yeah, it smells very pina colada-ish. So think of like Tiki Beach minus the sort of like vanilla orchid floral action that you get from Tiki Beach. But that type of like just straight up pina colada fragrance. Or was that like boring ass Tropical Island Colada or whatever that we had in that yellow like iridescent wraparound packaging that 1 year? That mixed with peppermint and candy cane. Okay, interesting. I guess it evokes like Santa being on vacation in Hawaii for sure, because you get the pina colada mixed with a candy cane. Okay, interesting. I don't know what their obsession is with in terms of like mixing mint with coconut or mint with pumpkin spice lattes. I don't know. They just really enjoy like mixing mint with things. But there's Candy Cane Colada right there. Probably a one and done for me, but I think I enjoy that one a little bit more than Top Shelf Elf. And then yes, Cosmopolitan I think was just black cherry seltzer, so we didn't need that. Moving on, what else do we got going on here? I guess the Sweet Tooth collection. We have Candy Emporium. The packaging on these are really cute. Fruity candy, sweet confections, and pillowy mints. Ugh. Yeah, this is not the jam. I don't know, this is just really weird. You get like this, like a medicinal mint. It like smells like almost like rubbing alcohol and mint mixed together. With like that usual like sort of kerosene fruity fragrance that we get from BBW. Yeah, almost like this like kerosene like cherry slash like melted shaved ice syrup type of feel to it with mint. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Okay, she exists. I think this is totally a one and done. I just got it because it's like named fun and it's a hype candle, but like if this was out on a regular non-candle day seasonal release and it was called like, I don't know, cherry slushy, whatever the heck, like frozen cherry slushy or whatever, I probably wouldn't ever pick it up. It's not cherry snow cone, but it has that sort of like cherry syrup type of like feel to it in terms of like the fruity candy part. But yeah, man, they're really going hard with the candy fruity fragrances, which is our least favorite. So yeah, okay, well, that's there. Let's see, moving on. The one I was most excited for was Blueberry Lemon Sour right here, and that's what that looks like. And what's funny is I don't know if this is actually yellow dye or if it's the nap of the fragrance oil with white wax. I don't know. Sugar lemonade and blueberry sugar. Yeah, this sure enough smells like that mashup that we had from, was it last Candle Day? I friggin' love that one. It was delicious and divine. I don't care for the two separately, but mixed together. Oh my god, it's creamy, but it's also zesty and candy and sweet and just like juicy. Yeah, I love it. I was like, do I need two of these? But I was like, I still have like a third left of last year's one that has lasted me an entire year plus. So I was like, okay, I think I'll just get one and call it a day. So Blueberry Lemon Sour right there. I like that one. If you like that mashup from last year, then check it out. We have a new body care candle, which is Dahlia right here. And that's what that looks like. It was hitting me. I was like, why is it that they didn't give a beautiful wraparound to the majority of these body care candles? But like Japanese Cherry Blossom, Into the Night, and In the Stars all have a wraparound. But the wraparound ones are usually like a higher price point of like what, $26.95 or whatever. Do they like purposely want to make these $24.95s in terms of like the, you know, the exchange policy and having to be candle for candle same price point? And so they just wanted to make like the truly Candle Day candle ones just a square label so they can make it $24.95. But I mean, they put really no effort into it because it's just white wax and it's just, yeah, these could have been so juicy and awesome and just like really deserving of a body care like candle collection lineup. But this and Saltwater Breeze, it was just like, what were they doing? But in any case, Dahlia Petals, Crisp Pear, and Praline. It kind of smells whack on cold, to be honest. There's like a weird like chemical nail polish remover type of feel to it. But like once you get past that, yeah, it does smell like Dahlia. And what does Dahlia smell like? I get like a bitter mum petals with like a sweetened, like warm, like praline pear. But obviously because the floral and the like mum petals is so strong, it's gonna come off very body care-ish. So I mean, I think we all know what Dahlia smells like at this point. But yeah, like a very like a mature, like dark mum fall floral body care type of feel is what you get from it. It's just I like collecting the body care candles, and Dahlia is one that I don't have, so I got that one, and that's what that is right there. But yeah, like, and we all know what the Dahlia packaging looks like with that beautiful floral print. Like, if it was all the way around and like a juicy, like, gold lid or whatever, it's just been so much better. Or even like this, like, dark maroon color, and that was the, like, a matte maroon or like a metallic maroon. Oh my God, just so many possibilities with this one, but just truly the worst. And I mean, they could even give it like a rectangular label to give us more of the print. Yeah, I don't know. This just really grinds my gears. Dahlia right there. You guys know I design candles, so it's what I think about. Moving on, what else did we do? I needed an 11th candle, and I was like, I don't really know what to get, but the packaging on this collection is so cute that I just wanted to get at least one of these, and I got Vanilla Balsam. I love this packaging. It's like a retro, like, wrapping paper print to it. Divine. And it has a super cute lid on it as well. Balsam Fir, Frosted Vanilla, and Snow-Capped Pine Needles. I love Vanilla Balsam. Amazing. I think I just have half of one left in that beautiful matte green jar it came out one year in the White Barn core packaging. But I love this one too. Super cute and whimsical. Yeah, Vanilla Balsam is amazing, but it's, for whatever reason, I can only take it in small doses where, like, if I burn it for a while, I kind of get, like, sick of it, and then I have to, like, take a break and revisit it at a later time. But it is their masterpiece fresh balsam fragrance with this cool vanilla ice cream. I was like, it's a cool creamy feel to it. Oh my God, it's delicious. And yeah, oh my God, I love it. It's just fresh balsam with vanilla ice cream. So it's like fresh balsam ice cream, and it's just absolutely delightful and delicious. So I'm kind of excited to have another one of that, just so I don't have to baby my last one. But I get a lot of questions about whether or not this is different from Under the Christmas Tree, and it indeed is. I would say Vanilla Balsam, because there's almost like a vanilla ice cream feel to it, has a cooler vanilla to it, mixed with like the brightness of fresh balsam and the natural sweetness of fresh balsam. Whereas Under the Christmas Tree is overall more warm and even a little bit more savory. And in the sense that there's sage in there, which, like, you know, it could be like sage stuffing, like you would use that in like cooking. The sage mixed with like the warmer, creamy eggnog give it a savory, warmer, but still sweet feel. So, but that one also has like vanilla in it. So they're both like tree vanilla fragrances, but Under the Christmas Tree is warmer and cozier, and Vanilla Balsam is cooler and like cool vanilla more than the warmth of the Under the Christmas Tree. So yeah, those are the differences there. I enjoy both highly, but I think I still prefer Vanilla Balsam more, just because I like the cool refreshingness and the sweetness of the vanilla in that one. Moving on, speaking of fresh balsam, I was dangerously low on just a single fresh balsam that I have in my collection, and you know that crap's gonna come back every single year, so I don't need to like hoard it by any means. But at a good price point, I was like, let me go get another one. So I did get one in the White Barn core packaging, handsome green, and I love the label on there. Actually, really love the dark green wax one, but the last fresh balsam I had was in white wax with like thin wicks, and it performed absolutely flawlessly and so strong and amazing. It didn't dud out or get sooty or anything like that. So I tried to get the same type of like white wax with the thin wicks version on this one, and so that's what I did there. Yeah, and you know this is a old formula of fresh balsam because the ILN is 1605, whereas like we're in the 69912 series now when it comes to like new candle formulas. So yeah. Oh my God, everyone knows fresh balsam, woodland balsam, crispy eucalyptus, fir branches, and cedarwood. Amazing. Smells like pine needles and like a Christmas tree type of fragrance. Freaking love it. Just a simple masterpiece from the Slacken & Co era. Even like any of the new Homeworks tree fragrances that come out just don't even come close to fresh balsam. This and I think Tree Farm in terms of like BBW are like the top two Christmas tree fragrances that I really enjoy. And lastly, in terms of like repurchases, I was like, ooh, I really want another Wildberry and Ube. I just love these sort of like boba tea, taro, starchy, potatoey action that you get, and it's just awesome and juicy. So fresh Wildberries, purple Ube, and creamy vanilla. Love this one. I just don't know if this is, I just feel like this probably won't come back out again anytime soon. So yeah, ooh, every time I smell this, I just want a taro. I had a taro boba tea like two or 3 days ago, and I was like, oh my God, this is like the Wildberry and Ube candle, and I'm like drinking it. So it's very much like a taro milk tea with like boba pearls experience, and I love every minute of it. So Wildberry and Ube right there. It gets super sooty though. And I think that is my whopping candle day haul. So thanks so much if you watched this long rambly video. It was fun. It's just kind of tradition, you know. And like, yeah, no, we don't get always the most exciting candles, but they still throw enough like newness and, you know, novelties to still make us go out there and buy stuff. And like when you stack it with a coupon, I mean, how much was like the 10 off 30 transaction? They came out to be $6.82 a piece, which is like close to like 75% off candles. So I really can't complain. So now I'm just waiting to see. I'll probably head back into the store like today before closing to see if any later priorities have come out. We have like confirmed from multiple sources that the white chocolate macadamia, brioche French toast, hot pink cocoa, and the caramel frappuccino collection is supposed to be set out for Saturday morning at a minimum. So if I can't find it tonight, Friday night, as they sell down today's inventory, then I will go again tomorrow, Saturday morning. I hope I don't have to stand in line again, but we'll see. And see if I can get those tomorrow morning first thing, because that's like what I'm most excited for. And once that's collection's done, I just kind of want to smell like if I can ever eventually get to vanilla coconut surf or the Icelandic waters and the Bali rainforest and all that kind of stuff. I'm not like really holding out for that, but I will of course breeze in Saturday and Sunday again to see if I can find any of those at any store, but I'm not gonna like put too much effort into it because it is what it is. Those are kind of like nice bonuses to have, but they're technically post candle day replenishment collections, so if they don't put them out, it's totally understandable. So yeah, and that's my game plan for the rest of the weekend. So I'll probably see you guys hopefully tomorrow or even later today with the hot pink cocoa collection. Just really jazzed for that. Hopefully they're just not all boring repackages or like just weird fragrances, but excited to sniff those out. So hopefully I'll see you again with those in the next video. So thanks so much for watching. Let me know your candle day experience and what your favorite candle was down below. Did you have any lines? All that kind of stuff. Leave it down below and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.